What's up, tax fam? It's no secret that the skyrocketing prices of vegetables and petrol have made headlines over the past few months, with the rising prices driving big increases in the cost of living in Australia. And these aren't the only goods and services where there have been large price increases. Overall, with the large rise in inflation, the cost of living has dramatically increased, making it super difficult for families to make ends meet. This has led to calls from advocacy groups for an increase in the minimum wage to help workers keep up with the rising cost of living. And thankfully, following its annual wage review, the Fair Work Commission has made two announcements that have been well received by most industries. For context, before we jump into the updated minimum wage amounts, the Fair Work Commission is an independent body that reviews and adjusts the minimum wage every year. As part of this review, the Commission's expert panel considers written submissions from organizations and individuals. This year, that included a submission from the new federal government, which called for low-paid workers not to go backwards amid rising inflation rates. At the end of the review, Fair Work Commission makes a national minimum wage order. This then applies on or after 1st of July. Many employers are also covered by a modern award. These awards are documents that outline the minimum wage and other terms and conditions for employees in certain industries and occupations. Employees under these awards often have their wage increases tied to the minimum wage even if they are paid a higher amount. So what can you expect from the most recent minimum wage order? Well, workers will receive an additional $1.50 with a rate increasing from $20.33 to $21.39 per hour. The increase equates to an extra $40 a week and is slightly above the latest 5.1% inflation figure from Australian Bureau of Statistics. So the national minimum wage will be $812.60 for a 38-hour week. The modern award minimum wages have also been increased by 4.6%, which means that the wage rates below $869.60 per week will be adjusted by $40 per week. Casual employees covered by the national minimum wage will also continue to receive a casual loading of at least 25% of their base wages. The decision will affect at least 2.7 million workers earning a national or award minimum wage and officially came into effect at the start of the new financial year on the 1st of July 2022. It's clear that the Commission's decision required a careful balancing because a sharp increase in inflation and the cost of living has not only impacted workers but businesses as well. Global economic growth is also forecast to slow in the coming year after a strong recovery from the pandemic. Part of this balancing act means that workers in the aviation, tourism, and hospitality sectors will only see their wages increase from the 1st of October 2022. This forms part of their strategy to stagger the introduction of the new minimum wage to give organizations still suffering from the economic impact of COVID-19 enough time before having to pay their staff more each month. So what does this all mean for you? As a business operator, we recommend that you immediately review your employment agreements and wages to ensure they comply with changes to the minimum wage or awards. Also remember that there has also been an increase in most modern award allowances that are based on a percentage of the minimum wage. And for those employers who operate under enterprise agreements, the enterprise agreements can't propose a minimum wage that is less than modern award that underpins the agreement. So employers would need to ensure that they adjust the enterprise agreement to be in line with national minimum wage changes. Of course, if you already pay your employees more than the minimum wage, you're not obliged to give them a pay rise. It's also worth taking note that in addition to the national minimum wage increase, employers will now have to make super contributions amounting to 10.5% of their employees' wages. The ATO has also decided to do away with the $450 super guarantee threshold. As small business accountants, we generally recommend investing in cloud accounting software to automate the process of accounting for these annual increases. It really just streamlines the payroll process and ensures that you are staying compliant with the national minimum wage. If you have any questions about the latest wage increase, leave them in the comments below. Otherwise, that's it from me. Make sure to like and subscribe for more accounting tips from your trusty tax accountant team. Until then, thanks guys. See you next time.